And you will be constantly doing this throughout your entire life. Your entire life is the journey, guys. It's not just this one goal. I don't care who you are, what you're doing. You can always better yourself in the position that you are in. Immerse yourself in that content because you will start to become that vibration. It almost made my 9 to 5 more of a value and priority than my business that I wanted to be full-time. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Hello if you are new. My name is Andrea Johnson and I help people expand their consciousness through energy work and developing their psychic abilities. So with that being said, welcome to the Good Vibe Tribe. Welcome to another episode of what I like to call Conscious Coffee Talks, where we discuss a topic to expand our consciousness. So today's topic is not going to be as woo-woo, unfortunately, but fortunately, it is still a topic that I think can help a lot of people. We are going to be discussing mindset shifts and actions that you can take while being stuck in your 9 to 5. So this question really stemmed from one of the Facebook groups I'm in. And if you guys don't know, I am a coach as well. And this actually came from the coaching Facebook group. One of the girls on there is struggling to basically balance her 9 to 5 while starting up her own business. I can attest to this because I do also face those same struggles because I am in a 9 to 5 currently and I have to balance trying to become a full-time business owner. So it can be extremely exhausting, extremely frustrating, and there are a lot of mental challenges that you have to overcome. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys 10 mindset shifts along with some actions that you can take to help you if you are struggling with your mindset and feeling motivated or feel like giving up. If you are in a 9 to 5 and feel stuck or trapped and you feel like you're never going to achieve your dreams of breaking free from the corporate ladder. So let's dive in. I got a matcha today. I'm really digging it. So guys, mindset shift number 1 that I've had to adopt is gratitude. The way I look at this is your 9 to 5 supplies you with a consistent income so you do not have to stress about money while you are trying to start your business venture, start up your business. This helps you so much. It allows you to make mistakes without the stress of having to provide an income from it. So really, any kind of money that you make from your business, you can pour it back into your business to grow yourself. Pour it into getting good equipment, to education, things of that nature. You know, just don't use it as extra income for yourself. I guess you could if you make enough, but you're gonna want to actually use this time that you have your 9 to 5 to really build a solid foundation for yourself in your business. And this is important because you're gonna be able to be creative freely and not be a slave to like the algorithm or doing things that you feel are out of alignment for you just because it's popular by the algorithm. You know that people will respond well to it, which those things aren't bad either, guys, but if it's not in alignment with who you are, those things aren't going to last very long in your business. I've seen this time and time again, and it's a struggle that a lot of influencers face, is that they build their business on things that don't really resonate with them, and they kind of fake it till you make it, but you can only do that for so long. This is a really good time to dial it in, get solid in who you are, what your vision is, who your target audience is. How can you basically take your unique blueprint of a soul and make you different to stand out from the rest of the people? You being uniquely you and figuring out who that is and what you like and what your vision is and really build that out is going to be your strength. And not having to stress about an income was a blessing, guys. It is such a blessing. Mindset shift number 2. Use your 9 to 5 to better yourself. I don't care who you are, what you're doing. You can always better yourself in the position that you are in. Even if, say, you're a waitress, use your position of like customer management skills. How do you communicate with people? Things like that. Those are all really important people skills that you're going to need across the board from any business. There is something that your current job can give you and that you can excel in to help you in your business. So make them kind of like transfer skills almost. So for example, my 9 to 5, I'm in the corporate world. So I have a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of organization, a lot of communication. So I have to bring people together and efficiently communicate. I have to teach also and make presentations. All of those skills that I'm using in my 9 to 5 actually transition to my business because I am a energy and psychic development teacher. I have to make presentations. I have to write programs, and I write programs in my 9 to 5. I have to efficiently communicate. So if I can build out my skills in my 9 to 5, it can also help me in my business. And therefore, it also keeps me motivated to keep wanting to improve myself in my 9 to 5. That is another aspect that's really important. You got to find some kind of motivation to keep you going in your 9 to 5, and this will help you do that. You're already there because you need income, right? So you might as well try to be the best human that you can possibly be. I can't remember, I think it was in A Return to Love, that's what it was. And they talked about how even if you don't like the job that you're in, you can still show up as the best person and be a channel for love. And you can do that. Show up as the best human you can possibly show up as and be loved, and then you will radiate that frequency and therefore bring in more of that energy to your life. It will just excel you forward. And if you're stuck in your 9 to 5 and you're trying to better yourself, you may end up getting a promotion and earning more money. Like I said, guys, you're already there. You might as well make the most of it, because when you focus on the lack and the suck of it, you're gonna get more of that. Tip number 3, be a master at managing your time. This is going to test you physically, mentally, and emotionally. If you have a full-time 9 to 5, you're gonna also have a full-time business with that as well too. So you're gonna have to figure out where you can fit in working on your business throughout your entire day. Don't let the idea that just because you have a 9 to 5 mean that you cannot work on your business. Don't think that you have to sit down for an extended period of time and have to work on your business. You need to learn how to manage your time, and you need to learn how to work on the go. So for example, I find pockets of time to work all throughout the day, even during my 9 to 5. So I have breaks where I have like 15 minutes during the day and I have an hour lunch. What I do during those 15 minutes, I walk around the track and I follow up with clients. I create content. I read on my phone, which is important, I'll get to also. But I'm working on task lists, organizing my thoughts, whatever I need to during that time to be productive then and therefore after. You're gonna find where you can fit in whatever it is that you need to during different slots throughout your day. So say you are just slam-packed and busy during your workday and you can't even take a lunch. You can't even step away from your desk to do anything. You are going to have to find the motivation after work to start working on your business, whether that be walking on the treadmill and working off of your phone if you like to work out. Maybe that looks like going home and sitting on the computer and working. Maybe you have kids and they have practice or something. Get your phone out and start working. Start jotting down ideas. Start following up with clients. You know, our phones basically are a laptop that we get to take with us everywhere. It's so convenient. I can create basically any kind of content post from my phone. I can research from it. I can take notes on it for ideas that I have. I can follow up with clients on it. You can literally operate your entire business from your phone. do it in pockets. We call it like 15-minute pockets throughout the day. And if you are seriously jam-packed busy, sometimes the only time that you can find to work on this is before bed, maybe after the kids have gone to bed, or it's early in the morning before you even start work. So for me, I wake up early, like at 5 a.m., and I'm working on my business before I go to work. So I do that. I work in 15-minute pockets throughout the day. I also work after work. And I also take my phone with me to the gym and I walk on the treadmill or the track because I like steady state cardio. Or even if I'm doing cardio at the gym, I'm watching a YouTube video on how to be more productive, or I'm learning more about my business, things of that nature, or I'm listening to a podcast. So find pockets during your day where you can do things like this. If you struggle to find pockets, what you need to do is list out your current routine and see where you can fit it in, see where you can make improvements. Get creative, guys. If you want me to make another separate video on how you can find pockets throughout your day and give you basically how I created it, that I can do that for you. At first, don't let consistency stop you if you don't think you can. Sometimes all we need to do is just get started, but try your best to be consistent and just be realistic. If that's posting one social media post a week, then so be it. If that's creating some form of free content during the week, so be it. You know, I have dedicated myself to make 2 YouTube videos and a certain amount of reels per week for Instagram. So it's developing out a consistent content schedule or showing up consistently. This is going to help you build your audience. People are going to want someone that they can depend on showing up and developing trust. So I think I had like several tips in that one, but we just counted it as one. Tip number 4, start picturing yourself as a person who is a business owner who has a 9-to-5, not a person with a full-time 9-to-5 with a side hustle. 2 completely different frequencies going to produce 2 completely different realities. The way in which you speak to yourself will create your reality. So this is something that I had to learn, and it's just because I'm so familiar with energy work. I found that when I was telling myself that I have a side business, I have a side hustle, I have a full-time 9-to-5 with a side hustle, it almost made my 9-to-5 more of a value and priority than my business that I wanted to be full-time. So you're gonna have to give this whatever you can to keep it, right? Whatever that is for you. But you need to look at your business that you want to be your full-time, your business, as the main priority. So even though you're gonna spend 40 plus hours a week here, you're going to need to look at this the same way almost and give it a higher level of importance, because it's going to eventually be your full-time. So stop calling it a side gig, a side hustle, just something that implies that you just work on it when you can. Start actually considering it a full-time job, and you'll start to notice you're going to treat it like a full-time job. So you no longer have that option in the evening of, oh, I really am tired after my job today, I just feel like watching Netflix and not doing anything else. No, you have another job to do, so you have to sit down and do that as well too. So you're going to see how your mindset shifts, and it's going to become more of a priority in your life. So another example of this will be, maybe your friends go out on the weekends and that's the only time that you can dedicate to working on your business. Maybe you need to avoid going out on, every weekend, or, schedule weekends of when you give yourself breaks, because that is important too. But you see what I'm saying? Shift the way in which you view yourself. You need to start being the business owner, not just part-time business owner. Which brings me to my next tip. Tip number 5. schedule time for play. It is super important to avoid burnout. Burnout can be extremely frustrating. It can be almost defeating. You'll start to question even if you were meant to do this thing. Everybody, I think, experiences burnout. It will test you mentally, physically, and emotionally. So schedule in time during the week in which you can dedicate to having fun. So maybe that's playing with your kids. Maybe that's going on a date with your husband or going out with friends. Whatever it is, it needs to be something to where you can relax, let loose, not think about business. You know, there will be times of where you just kind of like ride the grind and you're kind of in that flow state, and I feel like you're channeling, you know, spirit is what I call it, and you're just like so energetic and keep on working on your business. And if you want to ride that wave, go right ahead. That's what I like to call motivation, but it's not permanent. We are humans, so we have a little bit of a limitation. So be sure to schedule in breaks for yourself and understand that burnout is real and it does happen, and don't get frustrated or beat yourself up over it. The best thing that you can do is show yourself love and grace and keep moving forward, because ultimately moving forward with consistency and just little baby steps and little tweaks and changes and where it needs to go to make improvements in your business will be what gets you there in the long haul. This is not going to happen overnight. It may not even happen in months or years. It is a journey. Your business is almost like a complete representation of you as a person, your personal development. Tip number 6, find extenders. This is super important and super helpful. Extenders are people that have what you want. Find people on social media who write books, something like that, or examples in your own life. Find them and learn from them. Actually use them as examples of what is possible for you. So this is important because our brains need to actually see that what we want can be achieved, because it means that we can achieve it too, right? Don't look at it as a competition. Look at it as opportunity for you to do the same thing, because there is no reason why one person can achieve it and you cannot. So when we find extenders, research what they have done, follow their methods, and consume their content. So if they are a content creator, or they write books, or they have a podcast, immerse yourself in that content, because you will start to become that vibration. It will keep you anchored and motivated to keep going forward when you feel defeated. I promise you. And also find people who are realistic. So like, for example, for me, Gabby Bernstein is one extender of mine. I love her public speaking. I love her content. I consume her stuff, her podcast, her books, and I visualize myself in that energy that I feel from her. And it's helping me become more like her and develop out my skill set. But that is only for one aspect of I want to be. I also have another extender for psychic development, energy work skills, and I love the way that they teach those concepts. So I study them, and then I see where I relate to it and where I don't, and I like their style of teaching. So I kind of make it my own a little bit, but therefore it still motivates me and keeps me in that energetic realm of teaching psychic and energy work. So you see what I'm saying? It still kind of binds you to that energy as well. So you're still this thing that you're trying to become. It's in your field, and you're slowly starting to become it without actually taking major action just yet. But eventually you're going to want to start taking the action. So tip number 7, set back funds for when you do decide to quit. You're going to want to set back probably an X amount of months for your salary. So for myself, I know at least I want to set back 1 year's worth of salary so before I can quit. So you're going to want to start saving up. This will be dependent upon your preference, your expenses, your lifestyle, things of that nature. But it is so smart to do this. It will relieve the stress of quitting, because there will come the challenge as well too of when it is time to quit, to actually take the leap of faith. And just remember too, guys, when it is time to quit, you will know when it is time to quit. You will not have to make a really harsh decision. You'll just internally know. So we are always right where we are supposed to be. Tip number 8 kind of leads to my next one. Set an end date of when you want to quit your job. This is going to help you set goals and timelines on what you want to achieve by what date. And that way it keeps you motivated, it keeps you hopeful to keep working towards it. If you know that there is an end near or in sight that you are working towards, it is so much easier to keep going, I promise you. But you have to hold yourself accountable. If you don't have a coach holding you accountable, you have to be responsible enough to do it yourself. You have to want it bad enough to do it yourself and make that promise. Now, if the date comes and you are still not there, it may be time to reevaluate what you are doing and restructure your strategy, or maybe even hire a coach to help you. So that is something that has helped me tremendously. Even though I am a coach, I have a coach. So you are going to want to put this date somewhere you can see it, put it on a sticky note, put it on your computer at work, put it on your mirror, and that way you see it every day in the morning when you get ready. Put it as the background on your phone. Whatever it is you need to do, you need to look at it every single day to remind you of your goals. So tip number 9, consume motivating and learning content every single day. Better yourself every single day. This is super important, not just working on your business. And I kind of touched on this in one of my tips earlier. You want to be learning and consuming motivating content because it's going to keep you going. You're going to have days where it's going to suck. You're going to have days where you don't want to show up and where you want to give up. These are the days of when you want to consume the motivating content. You want to find podcasts, you want to read books, anything like that. You can find a coach to reach out to if you don't have one, or get one. So you're gonna want to also learn. This is where I feel like a lot of people get caught up with the not learning anymore. We spend, at least for myself, I know that I spend like 50% I'm creating content, doing sessions, things of that nature, developing out my business, and the other 50% I'm learning. I'm taking courses, I'm in masterminds, I'm reading, I'm listening to podcasts. You have got to do those things. You have got to keep learning and implementing what you learn in your life, in your business, because that is how you keep growing. That is how you keep evolving, and it's going to push you past, I want to say competition, but it's going to set you apart. I really feel like a lot of content creators or business owners get to a certain point and they get so busy with running their business because they become successful, right? That they forget about keep bettering themselves, keep learning, keep growing. And then they kind of get stagnant and they like cap out on how much that they grow in their business or the money that they make, basically same thing. So keep learning and develop a schedule around it. And guys, with technology, it is so easy to do this today because, like I said, our phones are like laptops. Computers, if you sit at a desk all day, listen to a podcast, listen to an audiobook. If you commute to work every day, listen in your car an audiobook or a podcast. You know, we can walk on the treadmill and listen to these things too. Watch a 15-minute YouTube video at your desk on your lunch break. You know, things like that. There are tons of ways in which you can fit these things into your schedule. You just have to see what works best for you. We truly have more time than what we realize. We just waste it because our attention is grabbed by other things. And you'll start to realize that the mind will wander, and it does this for a lot of different reasons. You're gonna have to become a master at managing your mind. And my last tip, number 10, try to be happy in the moment. And I know that is so difficult, especially when you're not where you want to be and your external world is showing you something different than what you feel on the inside. It is very difficult, but I promise you, you will get to where you need to go. If you don't give up, you will get to where you need to go. It is just the law of the universe. It just depends on how long we take. But it is an illusion that this thing that you want, and it can not just be a 9 to 5, you can apply this concept with anything. It's an illusion that the thing that you want or this business will bring you happiness when you have it. It may bring you some joy, but trust me when I say you will set higher goals. You will achieve your goal and you will set new ones. That is just the evolution of your soul. That is spirit. It wants to keep going and pushing past limiting beliefs and evolving and getting to know itself through the act of manifestation and creation here in this realm, in the physical. It wants to see ideas brought to life, and you will be constantly doing this throughout your entire life. Your entire life is the journey, guys. It's not just this one goal. So telling yourself you're not happy in the moment robs you of what you already have in life. You will not gain happiness forever from achieving this one thing. I promise. So the key is to be happy in the moment, find the joy and the journey of becoming, because that is truly what life is. Life is one big manifestation of you, your unique journey. The energy that is, insert your name here. So you're the main character and you get to decide how you want to journey in this life. So just remember that you are always where you're supposed to be. You are in your 9 to 5 for a reason. You are still learning, and honestly, it is a blessing that you are there. So while you are there, be the best human and show up as the channel of love every single day, and watch you excel at your 9 to 5 while also your business. You're gonna find they're gonna go like this together. When you achieve one thing, you achieve a goal in one, I promise you're gonna achieve a goal in another. Energy is energy. You are becoming that energy of success. Apply it where you want. It's kind of how working out is like a tool in life. You use that confidence and that dedication of achieving goals, and it just like naturally spills over into other aspects of your life. Same thing. It's because it's you becoming success, confidence, goal-oriented, determined, driven. Watch it spill over into every aspect of your life. So anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful for you. These are mindset shifts that I have had to make and that I've helped other people have to make with coaching, with just my energy work clients. It's kind of the same thing. It is truly a gift. And honestly, the whole key is just to be happy in the moment. And that is what I've come to learn. Everything else will fall into place as it is supposed to. You will not have to make any hard decisions because you will be in a state of flow, and you will know when it's time to leave. Like I said before, you will know when it's time because the universe will show you when it's time. Find joy in the journey. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.